Now, dear friend, as the day gently fades into the quiet hush of night, let us drift away to a land bathed in moonlight and ancient tales. Imagine, if you will, the soft glow of 1,000 stars twinkling over a magnificent city, nestled amidst golden sands. This is Agrabah, a place of bustling bazaars, wondrous palaces, and secrets whispered on the desert breeze. Our story begins with a young man named Aladdin, whose heart was as good as gold, though his pockets often felt quite empty. He lived in the lively marketplace, a nimble and clever soul, always finding a way to make his way through the day with his loyal, mischievous monkey friend, Abu. They were a delightful pair, navigating the crowded stalls with grace, sometimes borrowing a ripe fruit or a warm loaf of bread to appease their hunger, always with a cheerful spirit and a quick, polite apology. Far above the bustling streets, within the grand walls of the royal palace, lived Princess Jasmine. She was a young woman of exquisite beauty and independent spirit, but her heart was heavy. The law of Agrabah decreed that she must marry a prince, and soon, yet none of the suitors who arrived, with their boastful displays and grand titles, truly understood her desire for freedom and genuine connection. She yearned for someone who would see her, not just her royal status, but her true self. Meanwhile, in the shadows of the palace, a very different kind of heart was stirring. This was Jafar, the Sultan's trusted advisor, a man whose ambition simmered beneath a calm exterior. He possessed a long, thin beard and eyes that held a calculating glint, always accompanied by his sarcastic parrot, Iago. Jafar was consumed by a desire for ultimate power, and he sought a legendary magic lamp, hidden deep within a mysterious place known only as the Cave of Wonders. This cool, a majestic, tiger-shaped entrance in the desert, would only open for a special person, the diamond in the rough, a pure-hearted soul whose true worth lay hidden. Jafar, with his dark magic, saw a vision of this person, a young man from the streets. One day, Princess Jasmine, yearning for a taste of ordinary life, disguised herself as a commoner and ventured into the marketplace. It was there, amidst the vibrant chaos, that she first encountered Aladdin. When a merchant unfairly scolded her, Aladdin, with his kind heart and quick wit, came to her rescue. They spent a lovely day together, exploring the hidden corners of the city, sharing stories and dreams. They discovered a surprising kinship, a mutual longing for freedom from their respective gilded cages. It was a sweet, tender moment, filled with gentle laughter and the quiet dawning of affection. But their happiness was short-lived. Jafar's guards, following his shadowy orders, apprehended Aladdin, claiming he had kidnapped the princess. Jasmine, revealing her true identity, tried to intervene, but Aladdin was swiftly taken away to the palace dungeon. Jafar, ever the manipulator, then falsely informed Jasmine that Aladdin had been executed, a cruel lie to extinguish any hope she might hold for the street boy. Aladdin, however, was not doomed. In the dungeon, a mysterious old man appeared, his face hidden beneath a hooded cloak. This was Jafar, in a clever disguise, offering Aladdin a way out. He promised freedom if Aladdin would retrieve the magic lamp from the Cave of Wonders, emphasizing that only Aladdin could enter, and only the lamp must be touched. And so Aladdin, with Abu by his side, journeyed into the desert with the disguised Jafar. The colossal tiger head of the Cave of Wonders emerged from the sands, its voice a deep, echoing rumble, warning Aladdin once more, "Touch nothing but the lamp." Inside, a dazzling display of untold riches unfolded, glittering gold and sparkling jewels illuminated by an ethereal light. It was a place of breathtaking beauty and dangerous temptation. Among the treasures, Aladdin discovered a magical flying carpet, a silent, loyal friend who would soon become an invaluable companion. Deep within the cave, Aladdin finally reached the pedestal where the simple, unassuming oil lamp rested. But Abu, unable to resist the lure of a gleaming ruby, touched it, triggering a rumbling cascade of stones. The cave began to collapse, a powerful, swirling vortex threatening to swallow them whole. Aladdin, Abu, and the magic carpet bravely navigated the falling debris, racing towards the entrance. Jafar, shedding his disguise, eagerly reached for the lamp as Aladdin emerged. But cunning Abu, with a quick bite and a nimble grab, snatched the lamp back before they were both plunged back into the depths of the now sealed cave. Trapped in the silent darkness, Aladdin gently rubbed the dusty lamp. With a magnificent flash and a joyful burst of light, a towering blue figure materialized, filling the cave with his effervescent presence. This was Genie, a magnificent, fun-loving being of immense power, bound to the lamp, ready to grant 3 wishes to his master. He explained the rules of wishing: no killing, no making someone fall in love, and no bringing back the dead. With a clever twinkle in his eye, Aladdin, instead of wishing for an escape, expressed a hope that they might get out of the cave. Genie, impressed by his wit, playfully acknowledged that Aladdin hadn't explicitly wished, yet granted their freedom, transporting them under the vast, open sky. Aladdin's greatest desire was to win Jasmine's heart, but he knew a street urchin could never marry a princess. So with a deep breath, he made his first official wish: to become a prince. Genie, with a flourish of magic, transformed Aladdin into the grand Prince Ali Ababwa, complete with a magnificent parade, dazzling elephants, and a retinue of enthusiastic followers, all orchestrated by the genie's boundless magic. Prince Ali made a spectacular entrance into Agrabah, a sight to behold. The Sultan was delighted, but Princess Jasmine remained unimpressed, her heart still longing for the kind boy she had met in the market. She found Prince Ali's grand display rather shallow and dismissed him. Later that evening, feeling disheartened, Aladdin, still in his princely guise, ventured to Jasmine's balcony. He began to speak, and soon she recognized the familiar kindness in his eyes and the gentle cadence of his voice. With a quiet plea, he invited her to join him on a gentle journey. Together, they soared into the night sky on the magic carpet above the sleeping city, past shining stars, on a wondrous, silent adventure. It was a magical journey where they shared their dreams and vulnerabilities, and in that quiet, starlit moment, their hearts truly connected, and a tender love began to blossom. But Jafar, ever watchful, sensed something amiss. He discovered Prince Ali's true identity, and in a moment of cold determination, had Aladdin captured and thrown into the palace pond, bound and gagged. As Aladdin sank into the murky depths, he brushed against the lamp. Genie, sensing his master's peril, used Aladdin's unspoken second wish to rescue him from the brink, saving his life just in time. Resilient and courageous, Aladdin confronted Jafar in the throne room, exposing his wicked schemes to the Sultan. Overwhelmed by the truth, the Sultan, in his gentle wisdom, banished Jafar from Agrabah. With Jafar gone, the Sultan, filled with joy and admiration for Prince Ali, declared that Jasmine would marry him. This brought a mix of elation and trepidation to Aladdin's heart. He wrestled with his conscience, fearing that if he revealed his true identity, Jasmine would no longer love him, and he would not be worthy of her or the throne. The thought of losing her made him hesitate to use his third wish to free Genie, a promise he had made. Genie, though disappointed, understood Aladdin's internal conflict. However, Jafar had not truly disappeared. Iago, cunning and loyal to Jafar, stealthily retrieved the magic lamp from Aladdin's chambers. With the lamp in his possession once more, Jafar returned to the palace with a dark and vengeful purpose. His first wish, spoken with chilling clarity, was to become the Sultan. With a brilliant flash of magic, Jafar replaced the gentle Sultan on the throne, casting a menacing shadow over the palace. His second wish, more ambitious still, was to become the most powerful sorcerer in the world. He transformed into a terrifying figure, wielding immense dark magic. He turned the Sultan into a tiny toy, imprisoned Jasmine in a tall hourglass, and conjured strange, powerful creatures to torment Aladdin and his friends. Aladdin, Abu, and the brave magic carpet, though greatly outnumbered, managed a daring escape from the palace, determined to put things right. They returned, ready for a final confrontation with the now incredibly powerful sorcerer, Jafar. Jafar, with his newly acquired powers, transformed into a giant, menacing cobra, his scales gleaming in the firelight, his eyes glowing with dark magic. Aladdin, remembering the genie's words about the lamp's power, bravely faced him. With a stroke of genius, Aladdin challenged Jafar, taunting him. He suggested that Jafar, despite all his power, was still second to the genie, still bound by the rules of the lamp. Fueled by his boundless greed and insatiable desire to be the most powerful being, Jafar fell for the clever ruse. He wished, with a triumphant, echoing roar, to become an all-powerful genie himself. With a final explosive burst of magic, Jafar was transformed. He became a towering red genie, overflowing with power. But with his transformation came the inevitable consequence. He was immediately bound to a lamp of his own, forever trapped within its confines. Iago, still loyal, was also sucked into the lamp, and together they were flung far away, disappearing into the mystical cave of wonders, where they would remain, locked away for all eternity. With Jafar and his dark magic vanquished, peace gently settled over Agrabah once more. The Sultan returned to his rightful form, and Princess Jasmine was freed from her glass prison. Aladdin, with a heart full of gratitude and love, looked at Genie. He made his third and final wish, to set Genie free. With a joyful, resounding poof, Genie shed his shackles, his chains dissolving into sparkles, and he soared into the sky, finally free to explore the world, a wish he had long held. Aladdin then revealed his true self to Jasmine and the Sultan. He was no prince, just a kind-hearted young man from the streets. But the Sultan, witnessing Aladdin's courage, integrity, and the genuine love shared between him and Jasmine, realized that true royalty lay not in titles, but in the heart. With a wise smile, he changed the ancient law, decreeing that the princess could marry whomever she chose. And so, with the blessing of the Sultan and the embrace of their dreams, Aladdin and Jasmine were free to be together. Their love, born amidst adventure and challenge, would shine brightly, guiding them towards a peaceful and joyful future. As for Genie, he embarked on his grand adventure, a true friend whose spirit now danced freely across the globe. Now, as the last echoes of this tale gently fade, feel the quiet contentment that settles around you. All challenges have been met, all journeys completed, and peace reigns supreme. Rest now, dear one, wrapped in the warmth of happy endings and the soft embrace of slumber. May your dreams be as bright and tranquil as the starlit skies over Agrabah. Sweet dreams.